that flexible? You're very tight, Ty? Okay, well, thank you for volunteering. It's good to get some work if you're tight. Okay, so we'll just, since it's tight, we'll start with a few things. Easy stretches. So first thing we'll do is we're just going to loosen the back. So position the arm so that you can come up again. Oh, so good. So again, we're just going to reach across the body and loosen the back. So for a feel for the spine. Now, can you turn your head towards me, please? Feel for the spine, and then we're going to compress across the body. So I'm reaching across the heel of my hand. And let's do this arm this way so it receives the pressure a little bit more. So inhale and exhale. And in this floor work, we have the advantage of coming down up off our feet and onto our knees. So with our arms extended, we can use our body weight more to do all the compression. Depending on your size, you might have to be either farther or closer to the person to maximize your weight shifting. And you want to take that compression down and include the sacrum. And do a couple times, yeah. So the compression is not only down but away, because the whole thing is you're trying to create space between the spine and the attachment here at this shoulder blade. So inhale and exhale. Okay. Now we're going to start to loosen this area. So I'm going to step across, and we're going to try to put their palm here. Come. So you can see. So what's your name?
Iran.
Iron?
Naron.
Yiron. Yiron. Said that he was tight, right? So, and this sort of dictates that. See how his scapula is glued onto the back, because there's no opening here. So you can start by just, you okay, bro? Just press down a little bit. Just try to get a little stretch here. You feel a little bit? Right, easy. And then, so it opened up a little bit, so I'm just going to go like that. And now here's his vertebral border of his scapula. And I'm going to use the pads of my thumb. Now I can use my body weight to lean in. Is that okay? Easy, right? So, brace thumb, and I'm working right up against the vertebral border of the scapula. So this was initial opening. And again, see arms straight, right, just leaning in. And then we want to create a little range of motion. So we're going to take our outside hand and cup the front of the humerus, the shoulder. And we're just going to mobilize back a little bit. And again, it's through my extended arm, so I'm not lifting, I'm just shifting my weight back. It's okay? This is how we talk to one another, scratches and pull. Okay, nice. And then we're going to try a little sustained compression. So with our fingertips right up against the vertebral border, I'm just going to go like this. So now we're mobilizing towards us, just to encourage a little openness. So no violent motions, no heavy lifting, just shifting weight. And this whole thing works because my arm is extended. If I bend, I'm immediately lifting, and I'm rounding my back. But if I keep my arm straight, it's just my body weight moving back, and you can easily displace a lot of weight and create some nice mobilization. Okay, from there, we're going to switch hands, and I'm going to start with a palmar compression just below the scapula. So here's the spine, here's the tip of the scapula, and I'm starting right below that. So take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to rotate like this, adding twisting compression. Okay, So the first one is this, right? I'm speeding it up. And then you switch hands, and then you do this twisting compression, right? And then you take arm like this, and you come over like this, and you kneel like this. And now we're going to try a little off work here. So there's a couple of ways to do this. You can come, again, feel for the spine, and you're coming just lateral of the spine. You know this term lamina groove?
Yes.
Is it familiar to you? So that's the space right between the spinous process and the muscle. There's a little valley here. That's lamina groove. This is where you want to make contact. Okay, so you're going to start as high up as you can and just with your arm parallel, just sink right in. So my arm is parallel to the spine, but lateral of the spine, and I'm just sinking in. You're going to take that down to just below the scapula, because our whole focus is just to keep the shoulder loose. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you because you're on the tape or on the floor and you're bending down, you can try where you do this. And you can just turn your body this way. Pressure's okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just coming up and turning like this. So you can create some nice pressure that way. So either way, the intention's still the same. You're working just lateral of the spine. Okay? So some nice general loosening. And then we're just going to bring the arm back like this. And we're going to work the teres. Okay? So the teres muscle, little up in here, attaches from the scapula to the humerus. It's one of the rotator cuff muscles that helps stabilize the head of the humerus in the shoulder girdle. So if it's tight, and it usually gets tight because we have a lot of shoulder forwardness, and it's the teres is sort of like hanging on for dear life, trying to bring the muscle back, it gets tight. But if it's not addressed, it impedes the full range of motion of the shoulder. So the teres muscle, if you bring the person's arm to them and you see the axillary crease here, or the axillary fold, see? Mm-hmm. And above that, just below the acromion, is where the teres muscle lives. So one of the easier ways of getting it is just feeling for the crease. Here's the acromion shelf, and you take it right up to the top, and you just, a little tight there. You just sink right in there, like this with your thumb. We'll show, when we do the switch for in supine, I'll show. So this is just nice in here, okay? So, and then we repeat on the other side. So we addressed trapezius or rhomboids, open up the pec major by bringing back here and doing a twist and then doing teres. So we'll just try that much.